Hello everyone, Ace here, and today let's talk about something else that is being done to address the mounting waves of censorship that are currently being seen globally, as efforts are being taken in the United States specifically to combat this issue. One of the more notable efforts is a new bill being pushed in the US Senate, called the Fair Access to Banking Act, which seeks specifically to put an end to banks and payment processors engaging in censorship by denying their services to people engaged in lawful acts, on the grounds that these acts might damage the reputation of the company as a payment processor. This law, if put into place, would make illegal the recent actions of Visa and Mastercard to force both Steam and itch.io to censor games off of their platforms. It would also make it illegal, for example, Patreon to remove accounts of people for promoting politically unpopular opinions. If it is both necessary and feasible for legislation to correct the current issue with censorship, at least as far as payment processors are concerned, this law is essentially what would need to happen in order to provide the desired results. Those results in question being the freedom and right to be able to enjoy whatever media and entertainment they so choose, and to be able to espouse whatever political opinions they so choose without fear of losing their ability to actually access their own bank accounts, courtesy of a, quote, private organization, unquote, that seeks authoritarian control over your thoughts and opinions. A, quote, private organization, unquote, that also might have a history of collaborating with government organizations to accomplish that goal, mind you. Which is to say that this law seeks to further enforce the First Amendment and the values of the First Amendment by prohibiting private entities, such as, for example, banks, from acting in such a way that circumvents the tenets laid down in the Bill of Rights, and in a way that just so happens to favor the establishment, which would include those elements within the government that happen to be members of the establishment. All of this is to say that this particular bill is one that I would strongly suggest is very much worth considering in terms of things that you should support. If you happen to live in the United States and feel this bill should be passed, I would strongly encourage you to call your local congressman to tell them to support this bill. Even if they already support it, call them anyways, as that would further encourage them to make it happen. With this current wave of censorship, already including the UK, Australia, and the EU, it is all the more important that laws like this get passed to counter those efforts. The world needs a bastion to stand against this oncoming wave of censorship. This bill has the potential to make such a bastion become a reality, and between the VPNs, as well as the ever-waning authority of the establishment in Western nations, time would very much be on our side were this bill to be passed. We can outlast them, and we can certainly outfight them.